Welcome to Boring Money, Rich Life. I'm your host, Joy Hicks, and today we're going to talk about stablecoins because there is a lot going on in the cryptocurrency world. I did make a previous video kind of talking about cryptocurrency and, how this administration is very crypto friendly. And so, because of that, it's definitely making me want to learn more because it does seem like there's getting ready to be a lot of legislation that's getting passed to kind of make cryptocurrency a lot more accessible. So, stable coins, they are kind of meant to be a more like stable version of a cryptocurrency. So, standard crypto like Bitcoin, they tend to have big fluctuations. So, the price can be extremely high one day and then it can completely drop the next day. And so, that makes cryptocurrency kind of hard to use for like everyday purchases. So, now we're getting like stable coins and those are supposed to kind of like minimize those big fluctuations so that they can be used for everyday purchases. Now, the benefits of a standard cryptocurrency is the fact that they don't need like an intermediary institution to kind of make that transaction. Whereas with a stable coin, it would be attached to some type of intermediary system. So that is definitely a big difference, but that is what's supposed to keep those coins more stable. Now, although they are called stable coins, I mean, it is still a form of investing. So you definitely still have to do your own due diligence. You could still definitely lose money by picking the wrong one and things like that. So definitely like do your research. It is still investing, and I am not a financial advisor, so keep that in mind, but it's definitely something to learn about. So I kind of want to get into the three different types of stable coins. So with stable coins, they're either collateralized through fiat currencies, crypto, or an algorithm. Now, fiat, that pretty much means that it's backed by a currency like the US dollar. And then sometimes people will loop in like commodities in that same bucket. It can either be backed by, again, a currency like the US dollar, or it can be backed by like gold or silver. Then with crypto collateralized coins, those are, of course, going to be backed by other cryptocurrencies. Now, that does kind of, again, make those ones a little bit more at risk for having those big fluctuations, just because, again, cryptocurrency, it's not really held to any intermediary system. So it can definitely have fluctuations, but there are going to be crypto stable coins. And then the algorithmic stable coins, those ones are pretty much just monitored by an actual algorithm. So that means that the system is kind of monitoring how many coins are out there, the values of those coins, and they're kind of watching to see, how they can distribute those coins. So those are like the three different types of stable coins. And I kind of just wanted to lay the foundation for what stablecoins are. I'm definitely going to talk about them more because, like I said earlier, there is a lot of legislation that is kind of being passed through like the Senate right now and going through the House when it comes to stablecoins. So I'm going to make a separate video about it because, there's a lot in that as well. But definitely just so that way we can start to understand what these things are. So, as always, what is one boring thing that you can do today to start fueling your rich life? Again, I'm your host, Joy Hicks. Thank you for watching and be sure to like and subscribe.